Hi, everybody. I'm Tyler Bogue,
I'm Wes Anders.
and we're here today with your NFL TAE competition roundup.
So
Intense competition this upcoming week.
This is great. I've got all kinds of things to go over today. First off, we'll talk about the point system. 7 points per unit, 3 points for a demo, 2 points for an opportunity. So
A lot to be scored.
yeah, and these turn out to be NFL football scores. We have some high point scores in this competition. We have
And
some
we
low
got a
point scores.
couple baseball games going on.
Yeah. So let's talk about the divisions real quick. I think this is important because we have some really good competitors. We'll start with the Cochran division, led by Jason Marples.
Yeah,
You've seen this guy around the office. What's your thoughts?
he's a confident fella.
I would say so too.
He walks with purpose.
Sure.
He talks with purpose.
Yeah.
And he damn sure sells with purpose.
Yeah. And I would say Mr. Miller, right on his tail, 13-6 in the Cochran division.
Clayton Miller, behind by a game, looks like one of the few teams with a tie in his record.
Yeah, and I mean, who knows what's going to happen if he combs his hair the other way?
Exactly. Switch it up this week.
Maybe he'd be able to pass Marples.
That's a bold statement. I don't think I could. I don't think I could support that yet.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that some other time. But Don Barker sitting there 12-9, and Robert Weber, new guy, he's
12
doing
and
well,
10.
doing well. I mean, he
A little
can
over
certainly
500.
improve,
Not
right?
bad.
Yeah, and then you have the Hawk division. Where do we start here?
20-0. What?
Unbelievable.
What do you compare that to?
Unbelievable. I mean, is this the Denver Broncos?
No, I'm
Oh.
looking at the paper right here. Oakland Raiders.
Okay.
I mean, are we talking like the Raiders of '82 or what?
We could be onto something here.
Man, he's
Chad Tuma,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, 20-0. Just a very impressive record. Every week he continues to impress us. So,
in
we'll
that
get,
division.
We'll get to,
There's no one else behind. I mean, you got Amanda
Yeah.
Getty, but she's 5 games off,
yeah,
and she's got a glaring 1 loss on that record, and
that's
that's
impressive though.
well, that's a stain you can't get rid of.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, we're going to have a loss from Tuma for her to even get into the talk here. So yeah, and you have some other competitors, Jamison Hartke and looks like Mr. Allen, Charles Allen, doing some good things there in the Hawk
A
division.
lot of performance on that division. Let's get into the Kits division here, what I like.
20-0 again.
Susan Lewis.
What's going on?
Something's in the water up
Something
there.
is going on with these two TAEs that are 20-0.
I mean,
And
if you look at that division, the next person close there, Paul Fackler, he's 7 games off.
Yeah, at 13-2.
He ain't catching up,
He's got some ground to make.
to say the least.
Absolutely.
Let's finish up with the McKinley division here.
How about David Shelby, 17-3? This is a very competitive division. You have a
Very
lot of
much
guys
so.
that just continue to beat each other.
Yeah.
There's really not a huge.
Look how many people you got in double-digit wins there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in double digits. Not too bad at all.
Garrett.
If I'd have to say so myself, this probably is the most competitive division
Yeah,
out of the 4.
I would say so too.
All right.
But that's for another talk, right?
Absolutely. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Let's get into this week's games.
Ooh.
You want to start with the games of the week? And let's get right back into that 20-0 talk.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Susan Lewis v. Chad Tuma. Somebody's got to lose. And
that's it.
who you picking?
I tell you why. I like Susan Lewis.
Yeah?
Opportunity creation.
Opportunity creation?
She gets it done this week. Here's another thing. I'm sick and tired of seeing Chad's face all over these emails.
That's what
I've had it.
Have you seen this guy lately?
Here.
He's got shoulder pads on.
And
Looks like one of the Road Warriors from the WWF.
And a Oakland Raider fan.
I mean,
And
that's
then they got
nothing
him
I would
on
ever promote.
They got him on a LeBron James body and another. I mean, what is this guy?
This is why I can't. Right here. Offensive Player of the Week, again. Offensive Player of the Month, again. Offensive Player of the Year.
For the MVP.
He should be covering the whole daggum country as far as this is concerned.
I would agree.
I want him going down.
I would agree.
In fact, let's get him on the hotline right now. Let's
Okay.
ask him some hard-hitting questions.
Let's get him on the line because I'm sure a lot of you out there would like to know what's going on, what his secrets are. So let's give him a call here on the Subway Fresh Take Hotline.
This is Chad.
Chad, this is Wes Anders, Tyler Bogue. You're on the line on the NFL TAE Roundup. We just want to have a couple questions with you. You got a few minutes here?
Sure, what's up, fellas?
Well, Chad, help us get some perspective here. You're 20-0. How did this happen?
Well, I think, my sales career is kind of leading up to this point. I really like to draw upon the culture of Oakland Raiders football as well. It's pretty obvious that they've established such an incredible program, and it's natural that I follow suit in Oakland Raiders fashion.
Excellent.
Speaking about the Oakland Raiders culture, I don't think that's anything I would ever promote. Lot of tough fellas over there. Would you say, Wes?
Absolutely. Chad, another question for you here. What's your secret? And we see you as the player of the week, the player of the month. You're all over these emails. What's your secret and success of this TAE competition?
We think there's a secret? If there was, I'd sure like to know.
Well, I'm looking at this email here, Chad. Says you did 28 demos last week. 28 demos. That's more demos than there are days in a week. Close to more demos than there are days in a month. Selling days, at least, for that matter. What's in the water that you're drinking, buddy?
Crack.
There you go.
Well,
Straight
there
from
we go.
Oakland.
28 demos, clearly I've got to be on something. That's
That's
a week,
impressive,
or is that a
Chad.
month?
That's impressive, Chad. We just wanted to kind of jump online here and get you on the phone to see what your secrets are. We appreciate the time.
Quick last question before we let you off here. You're going up against Susan Lewis this week, the only other person in the league for that matter, 20-0. Somebody's got to lose between you two. Who's it going to be?
It's a good question. I think I will reserve my answer until Monday.
I like
All right,
that.
Chad.
He's humble as well.
Excellent. We appreciate it, Chad. Have a good day.
I hope he goes down.
I do too.
I want
I'm tired
Susan
of
Lewis
these
to
emails.
score 100 points on this guy.
If you're watching this, Susan, go out and win. And
For crying out loud, we're tired of seeing this picture.
absolutely.
This is
This is the first edition of the TAE NFL Roundup with Wes and Tyler. We
Many more to
appreciate your
come.
Time. Absolutely. We'll be here each week. So tune in and listen into what we have to say because it is important.